Tips to save gas. Number 1. Warm up before using. Without warming up, the carburetor or throttle would not necessarily be able to get the right mix of air and fuel in the engine. Cold oil becomes thicker, it flows more slowly through the engine and is harder to pump through the engine block. Number 2. Fix your idle RPM. Too high idle RPM consume more gas, especially in traffic. Number 3. Check your gas cap. A broken gas cap can reduce your fuel efficiency by 1% to 2%. Evaporated gas can pass through broken gas cap. Number 4. Right tire pressure. Low tire pressure leads to more of the tire's surface area touching the ground. That creates dragging and consume more gas. Number 5. Wheel alignment. Misalignment can decrease gas mileage by up to 10%. Instead of rolling freely, misaligned tires drag. Number 6. Turn off aircon. Not using aircon on a city driving can save you 10 to 15% gas consumption. Number 7. Windows closed. On highways, open windows make a vehicle less aerodynamic, so it needs to use more energy and consume more gas. Number 8. Remove unnecessary things. Acceleration of more mass requires more power. Rolling resistance is increased when the car is heavier. Number 9. Wheel resistance. Check your wheel bearing for any resistance and brake for if it's not prematurely attached. Any resistance in the wheels will cost gas. Number 10. Use standard tires. Increasing the width of a tire can impact fuel economy as well. Wider tires create a larger contact patch, the area of the tire actually touching the road. While this is good for performance, it can create a higher resistance to coasting, meaning that the engine will have to use more power and fuel to maintain speed. Number 11. Keep your air filter clean. A dirty or damaged air filter limits the amount of air flowing into your car's engine, making it work harder and, therefore, using more fuel. As your engine needs more than 10,000 liters of oxygen to burn every liter of fuel, it's important not to restrict this airflow. Number 12. Fill vehicle with slowest settings or trigger 1. I just interviewed one gasoline boy in the experiment, and it is true that you have an extra small amount of gas in trigger 1 or lowest setting when filling. Number 13. Keep your oxygen or O2 sensor clean. O2, oxygen, sensor allows the engine to determine the air-fuel ratio. With no way to tell the ratio, the computer will simply add extra fuel to ensure the engine is safe. Too little fuel is damaging, while too much hurts gas mileage but doesn't hurt the engine. With no way of knowing the ratio, the engine computer opts for the safer route and dumps excess fuel, which reduces power and negatively affects mileage, but protects the engine. Number 14. Keep alternator healthy. Broken alternator produce poor voltage. Computer box will adjust the RPM to meet the right voltage. Additional RPM will raise fuel consumption. Number 15. Maintain good engine oil. Without proper viscosity, the lubrication abilities of the oil are useless because it can't get where it needs to go. As these properties are lost, the engine will run hotter and less efficiently, which negatively affects gas mileage. Number 16. Keep spark plug in good condition. The National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence indicates that bad spark plugs can decrease fuel economy by up to 30%, and can cost drivers up to about 94 cents per gallon at today's prices. If a car's gas mileage suddenly drops, there's a good chance it's because of misfiring spark plugs. Number 17. 2000 RPM max and steady on a city driving. You will surprisingly save gas when you control not to exceed 2k RPM on a city driving. Number 18. Maintain a steady speed on highways. Tests have shown that varying your speed up and down between 75 and 85 km per hour every 18 seconds can increase your fuel use by 20%. Number 19. Avoid excessive idling. Especially on traffic, avoid excessive gas to move your vehicle. Stick to nice and smooth driving. Number 20. Remove metal roof and bike racks. Use of roof racks requires vehicles to expend more energy due to aerodynamic drag and additional weight. Number 21. Activate economy. Modern cars have this feature. Eco mode is a feature that allows the vehicle to perform at its optimal level. In short, this mode controls the vehicle's shifting patterns to decrease fuel consumption. It will decrease power, but you will save more fuel. Number 22. Activate cruise control. Your vehicle will consume much less fuel if you cruise at a steady speed rather than accelerating at each section of the open road. When you accelerate sharply, it makes your engine use more energy, and you could be using 60% more fuel than one who uses cruise control. Number 23. Monitor your PM schedule to keep car tuned. It's important to keep up on car tune-up services in order to pass this tester and keep the car running efficiently. If you stay on top of your car maintenance, you'll be able to identify any repairs that are needed sooner to keep it running efficiently. By repairing these parts, every other component in the engine will work together better and keep your gas mileage higher. Number 24. Avoid rush hours. Stop-start traffic puts a lot of pressure on your engine, thus burns more fuel. Number 25. Track fuel consumptions. Tracking your fuel consumption will notify you right away once it is changed and needed some maintenance. This way your car will not waste fuel unknowingly. Number 26. Don't play gas pedal on traffic. Playing gas pedal, especially in traffic, is burning fuel without gaining any movement. Number 27. Use quality gas stations. I will recommend to use Petron and Seal Oil. This is not sponsored. This is based on my experience. When I'm using this, I get more kilometer per liter compared to other gas stations. Number 28. Avoid modified air filters. Aftermarket air filters such as mushroom types can add more speed, because more air coming through. It is also part of tuning your car to gain more speed. More air intake, gain more speed. Gaining more speed, consume more fuel. And it will mess up your mass airflow sensor and manifold absolute pressure sensor, because the air resistance coming through of original filter is different from aftermarket air filters. Number 29. Follow a big vehicle about 1-2 cars distance. Driving behind large trucks, and taking advantage of something called drafting, can save you up to 10% on gas. The science behind drafting: basically, you have lesser resistance in front of your car if a big truck has already passed through the air and your car is in the tunnel or slipstream behind it. A truck also blocks some of the air rushing at you. Number 30. Avoid braking too much that you need to use gas to reach your desired position. Number 31. Don't be aggressive driver. Oak Ridge National Laboratory researchers report that aggressive driving can slash fuel efficiency by between 10 to 40% in stop-and-go traffic, or between 15 to 30% at highway speeds in light-duty vehicles. Number 32. Avoid full tank. A full tank of fuel weighs more. Driving around with additional weight in a car or van will reduce fuel economy due to additional weight and dragging. Number 33. Modified muffler increase gas consumptions. Adding modified mufflers can mess up O2, or oxygen sensor. It removes resistance of stock mufflers. The more air coming out, the more O2 sensor reads and mixed it with gas. Therefore more air coming out, more gas spraying. Also, it affects the behavior of the driver. Since it releases good sound, driver will now step to gas pedal more often than the usual. Number 34. Maintain good coolant level. As the engine temperature changes, fuel can't burn as effectively, increasing emissions from the exhaust. If you notice a dip in recorded miles per gas or kilometer per liter, check your coolant level and watch the temperature gauge for signs of overheating. Number 35. Maintain clean fuel injection system. This is because the ECU is calling for more fuel from the injector but not receiving it in the combustion chamber. The less fuel reaches the engine, the lower your fuel economy. You may experience poor fuel economy when the injectors are clogged or leaking. Number 36. Avoid waiting in the car. As a matter of fact, allowing your car to idle for 2 minutes is equivalent of driving a mile. You can waste almost a gallon of gas if you leave your car idling for more than an hour. Burns up oil. Longer time leaving your engine running causes more motor oil to be circulated and burned up. Number 37. Avoid revving engine before turning off. Aside from wasting fuel, increasing your tailpipe emissions, and contributing to noise pollution, revving the engine before shut-off also accelerates the wear on the engine's moving parts, especially the pistons and crankshaft. Number 38. Lighter wheels require less energy to build speed and less torque to roll. Less energy and torque leads to less gas consumptions. Number 39. Avoid rush hours. A car traveling through congested traffic will tend to consume more fuel than one which is traveling at constant reasonable speeds. The critical issue is low gear ratios, gear 1-2, and higher engine revolutions, which create a bigger load on an engine and demand on the energy source, which is fuel. Number 40. Bumper diffuser. The rear bumper diffuser allows air to travel through the rear bumper to increase vehicle aerodynamics, which reduces drag and increase speed, and this will also improve fuel consumption. Number 41. Use carbon fiber panels. Because it takes less energy to accelerate a lighter object than a heavier one, lightweight materials offer great potential for increasing vehicle efficiency. A 10% reduction in vehicle weight can result in a 6% to 8% fuel economy improvement. Number 42. Gas up in the morning. Fill up early in the morning when temperatures are low and it is cooler outside. Station tanks are often exposed to sunlight during the day. When temperatures are low, fuel density is lower. As the day goes on and temperatures increase, fuel is subject to a dilation process. This means if you attempt to fill up after lunch or in the afternoon, a liter of fuel is not an exact liter of fuel. Fuel density and temperature play an essential role in the petrol industry and should be key aspects to consider in your fuel-saving strategy. Number 43. They are the one who knows the cheapest and quality fuel stations. Since it is part of the routine to gas up, drive and repeat. Number 44. Drive manual transmission. A stick shift will get better gas mileage because the engine doesn't have to work as hard as an automatic to shift gears. According to Consumer Reports, as recently as 2015, this difference can be anywhere from 2 to 5 more kilometer per liter. Number 45. Number 45. Do not gas up the day before the price hike. Most of us will go to gas station to fill up gas every time we hear in the news that there will be a price hike next day. However, most of us didn't realize that the gas we will burn from home going to the gas station, and the gas we will burn to wait in the long line and the time we consume. If you sum up some time, it is more costly. Number 46. Use right gear in right speed. Switching gears in a wrong speed will make your engine cry. When you are moving 20 kilometers per hour and you switch the gear to fourth gear, engine will struggle to speed up because it is in wrong gear and it will need more gas to support. and when you are in 80 km per hour and switch the gear to second gear, RPM will rise to meet the required RPM for the current speed. And this is very bad to your transmissions and fuel consumption. Number 47. Use right octane of fuel. Higher octane gasoline reduces NOx and pings in high-pressure environments, which exert more energy and burn fuel quicker. If your car manual doesn't require you to use high-octane fuel, using it anyway probably won't help. You are just paying gas on higher rate and burn quicker for nothing. Number 48. Planned driving routes. Constant braking and acceleration consume more fuel than when the drive smoother and faster, so find a route with the smoother traffic flow to your destination. That's what Waze, Google Maps, and other driving apps are for. It could be longer, but reducing the times you step on the brake and gas pedals helps you save gas. Number 49. Shift to neutral when stopped. Keeping an automatic transmission in drive puts an extra load on it, which drains fuel. In neutral, it's resting, or at least as close to rest as an automatic ever gets. This shift is even more important when the air conditioner is running, so the engine doesn't have to strain so hard while idling. A manual transmission should be shifted to neutral at every stop. Number 50. Clean catalytic converter. A clogged cat causes reduced airflow that causes your engine to burn extra fuel. Not only does this increase your fuel bill and waste gas, it makes the clog worse. To the average driver, lower fuel efficiency is one of the most noticeable symptoms of a bad catalytic converter. Your vehicle is misfiring. Thanks for watching. For more car tips, subscribe Car Hacks.